to peace reborn. Wizard's challenge brought me high, tower reaching to the sky. You watched me climb with knowing eyes, guardian of ancient prize, keeper of the arcane arts. Chance and courage played their parts in your tower, touching stars. Found the magic of two hearts. Not the spell book that I sought, but wisdom that could not be bought. 7 days of trials past, found myself in love at last. Keeper of the arcane arts, chance and courage played their parts in your tower, touching stars. Found the magic of two hearts. Now together craft we spells, magic in our union dwells. That tower quest I undertook led to more than dusty book. Keeper of the arcane arts, chance and courage played their parts in your tower, touching stars. Found the magic of two hearts. Some treasures shine while some run deep. Yours was greatest of all to keep. Wizard's challenge brought me high, tower reaching to the sky. You watched me climb with knowing eyes, guardian of ancient prize. Keeper of the arcane arts, chance and courage played their parts in your tower, touching stars. Found the magic of two hearts. inner parts. In your tower, touching stars, found the magic of two hearts. Some treasures shine, while some run deep. Yours was greatest of all to keep. Ancient toes in dusty room, searching legends through the gloom. You appeared between the shelves, keeper of the knowledge delved, guardian of written word. Chance and hunger brought us near. In your library of dreams, found the love that knowledge frees. Forbidden text beneath your care, wisdom few would dare to share. Night by night I return there, learning secrets rich and rare. Guardian of written word, chance and hunger brought us near. In your library of dreams, found the love that knowledge frees. Now together guard we lore, partners on this sacred shore. The chance encounter midst the books changed the path my journey took. Guardian of written word, chance and hunger brought us near. In your library of dreams, found the love that knowledge frees. Some stories end while some begin. Ours was written deep within. You came home from the battle, thin and gray, with something missing from behind your eyes. The man I'd loved had partly slipped away and left behind a stranger in disguise. You sat for weeks beside the kitchen fire and stared into the flame without a word. I brought you broth and let the silence hire itself out as a language to be heard. You healed what war had broken in me, love, with quiet hands and tea and patient grace. You found me in the ruins of my man until he found the way. I never asked you what the darkness held. I never pressed you for the things you'd seen. But every night I sat with arms outstretched and let you break apart and fall between. And slowly, slowly, like the turning year, the frost began to soften in your chest, until one morning I could see it clear, the man I loved returning from the rest. You healed what war had broken in me, love, with quiet hands and tea and patient grace. You found me in the ruins of myself and helped me find my way back to this place. You healed what war had broken piece by piece, with every morning that you chose to stay. You gave my shattered soul a kind release and loved the broken man until he found the way. Now spring has pushed its green through winter's hold, and I have watched the color find your face. You take my hand when evenings become cold and pull me to your now familiar grace. The war will always leave its marks on us, like not were carved by time into the stone. But what we've built in love and in our trust has turned that not work into something known. I lost myself out there on foreign ground. I didn't know if I'd come back to me, but every day I made a quiet sound that called you back from what you couldn't see. And love became the medicine and the cure, the bandage and the doctor and the light, and everything uncertain became sure the moment you came home to me that night. You healed what war had broken in me, love, with quiet hands and tea and patient grace. You found me in the ruins of myself and helped me find my way back to this place. You healed what war had broken piece by piece, with every morning that you chose to stay. You gave my shattered soul a kind release and loved the broken man until he found the way. February is the hardest month to love, when all the Christmas cheer has long since gone, and spring seems like a rumor from above that no one fully trusts to carry on. The land is iron gray and cold and bare, the Atlantic pounds the cliffs without reprieve, and only those with love enough to share have any solid reason to believe. February's promise is not spring, but something deeper, quieter and more. The promise that through everything love stays and builds and opens up the door. February's promise isn't bloom, but root and trunk and bark and years of ring. It's choosing you across the darkest room. It's love that doesn't need the flowers of spring, but you bring in the turf without a word, and set it by the hearth in careful rows, and make the kind of silence to be heard as love in action, practical and close. You find the small things beautiful and right, the kettle singing, curtains drawn on dark, Make the February evening bright with every ordinary loving mark. February's promise is not spring, but something deeper, quieter and more. The promise that through everything love stays and builds and opens up the door. February's promise isn't bloom, but root and trunk and bark and years of rain. It's choosing you across the darkest room. It's love that doesn't need the flowers of spring. Then the snowdrop pushes through the frost in February's final turning days, and something tiny that seemed almost lost returns to us in small and silver ways. I find one in the garden and I bring it to you in a thimble on the sill, and you say thank you like I've given spring itself, and maybe that's exactly what I will.
The hardest months are where the love is proved, not summer days when everything is bright, but February when the earth has grooved its loneliness into the longest night. And still we choose each other in the cold, and still we build the fire and pour the tea,
and still we let February hold us close in love's own winter poetry. And when the snowdrop rises through the frost, we know that nothing permanent is lost. February's promise is not spring, but something deeper, quieter and more. The promise that through everything love stays and builds and opens up the door. February's promise isn't bloom, but root and trunk and bark and years of ring. It's choosing you across the darkest room. It's love that doesn't need the flowers of spring. I can give you the stars arranged to your preference. I can give you the devotion's every name. I can give you the music that the first dawn carried before your kind arrived to do the same. I can move the seasons slightly at your asking. I can hold the rain back from your harvest ground, but I cannot give you the one thing you are asking, the one gift I have never found. What the immortal could not give the mortal was the most important thing of all. What the immortal could not give the mortal was a hand to hold when it was time to fall. All the gold of the ever-young land glittering, all the sacred cauldrons abundance poured. What the immortal could not give the mortal was the only thing the mortal most adored. I cannot age beside you in the autumn, cannot let the years find what they find. I cannot know the kindness of forgetting, the way the old ones let the hard things go behind. I cannot share the grace of growing slower, cannot feel the seasons in my bones. I cannot give you someone who will need you in the way that only aging needs its own. What the hold when it was time to fall. All the gold of the ever-young land glittering, all the sacred cauldrons abundance poured. What the immortal could not give the mortal was the only thing the mortal most adored. What undoes me in the watching, not my own loss, but the loss I cause in you. That the very thing that drew you to my brightness is the thing that keeps me from what love must do. For love in your world is a thing of passing, a beautiful and necessary brief. And I am made of all the light that lasts forever, which is another word for grief. So we live inside the beauty of the broken, in the space between what is and what could be. You bring your mortality into my brightness, I bring my eternity to your need. And in between the immortal and the ending, in the place where neither world is whole, we made something that belongs to both and nothing. And that is how we learn to be each other's whole. The immortal could not give the mortal was the most important thing ever. What the immortal could not give the mortal was a hand to hold when it was time to fall. All the gold of the ever-young land glittering, all the sacred cauldrons abundance poured. What the immortal could not give the mortal was the only thing the mortal most adored. I came to him in the body of a woman who had gray eyes and ordinary hands, who ate the bread and felt the cold of winter, and learned to love the way his people understand. I folded up my light and put it away from him. I let my immortal nature take its rest, and walked beside him through the years of his lifetime, as close to mortal as a goddess can express. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, folded her immortal light to match his pace. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, wore ordinary love on an extraordinary face. He never asked for more than she was giving, never reached beyond the life they shared. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, and he loved her knowing something rare was there. We walked together through the farms and festivals, through the births of children and the deaths of friends, through harvest failure and through harvest plenty, through all the places where a mortal story bends. I felt everything I had chosen to feel beside him, every grief, every ordinary joy. And I, who had been deathless and untouchable, became entirely the one he would employ. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, folded her immortal light to match his pace. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, wore ordinary love on an extraordinary face. He never asked for more than she was giving, final threshold, without the truth of what had walked beside him. I took my light back gently in the final hour, and let my real face be what I showed him. And he looked at me with 40 years of love behind his eyes that had gone soft with age, and said he had suspected since the second morning, but loved me too much to turn the page. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, folded her immortal light to match his pace. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, bore ordinary love on an extraordinary face. He never asked for more than she was giving, never reached beyond the life they shared. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, and he loved her knowing something rare was there. I carried his life inside me when I left him, the way a river carries what has touched its bed. I carried every ordinary morning, every word he spoke and every word unsaid, and I unfolded back my light and took my place among the Tuatha and all their shining. But the mortal life I lived beside him left a mark on me. There is no unguarding what his love did to my divine. Goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, folded her immortal light to match his pace. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, bore ordinary love on an extraordinary face. He never asked for more than she was giving, never reached beyond the life they shared. The goddess walked beside him through his lifetime, and he loved her knowing something rare was there. I had lived beside the sea my whole existence, and thought I understood its every mood. The winter raged, the summer calm, the in-between, the deep Atlantic solitude. But Manannán came to me in the September storm, with the whole of the Western Ocean in his eyes, and I understood for the first time in my life what it means to love in full, without disguise. Manannán, my clearest beloved, knows the ocean in a way that no dry land heart ever could. Manannán, my clearest beloved, knows the ocean, knows both the storm and the harbor understood. He loves her with the full Atlantic behind him, loves her with 3,000 fathoms deep. Manannán, my clearest beloved, knows the ocean, and the ocean's most amazing gift is sleep. To be loved by the God of the sea is its own weather. Sometimes calm as the harbor on a July noon, sometimes wild as January storms off Connaught, sometimes silver cold and vast as the full moon. He loves with the totality of tides and current, with the depth of what the ocean floor has kept. And I, who had been loved by ordinary mortals, was undone by how completely love can be expressed. Manannán, that clears, beloved, knows the ocean in a way that no dry land heart ever could. Manannán, that clears, beloved, knows the ocean, knows both the storm and the harbor understood. He loves her with the full Atlantic behind him, loves her with 3,000 fathoms deep. Manannán, that clears, beloved, knows the ocean, and the ocean's most amazing gift is sleep. He cannot make himself smaller for my comfort. He cannot love me at a manageable degree. The sea god loves with every fathom of the ocean, and sometimes I need shelter from the sea. But in the calms between the loving's grandeur, in the harbor still between the open wave, he holds me with the gentleness of summer water, and I understand what the ocean can give. I used to stand and watch the sea as something separate from myself and from my kind, but now I know the sea god's love is also a mirror of the depth inside my mind. For he chose me from all the mortal women, not because I was easy or was small, but because he saw in me a depth of ocean that the other mortals could not see at all. Manannán, that clears, beloved, knows the ocean in a way that no dry land heart ever could. Manannán, that clears, beloved, knows the ocean, knows both the storm and the harbor understood. He loves her with the full Atlantic behind him, loves her with 3,000 fathoms deep. Manannán, that clears, beloved, knows the ocean, and the ocean's most amazing gift is sleep. They went beneath the hills at the coming of the new age. One by one, the shining ones withdrew. The sheathy mounds closed above them in the autumn, and the world above them lost its golden hue. I should have gone with them into the beneath places. I should have followed when the last one went, but you were standing in the morning at the field's edge, and going felt like something I could not invent. The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland when all their kind went down into the deep. The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland for a love that was too precious for the sleep. She has watched 1,000 mortal generations find their love and live their love and go. The last of the shining ones stays in Ireland because some loves you simply cannot let go below. Watched the centuries pass above the hillside. I've watched your kind grow upward and then fade. I have outlived 1,000 generations of the mortal love that every century made. But each age carries someone with your quality, someone who makes the surface world worth keeping. And so I stay above the sheathy in the morning, while the rest of the Tuatha day are sleeping. The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland when all her kind went down into the deep. The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland for a love that was too precious for the sleep. She has watched 1,000 mortal generations find their love and live their love and go. The last of the shining ones stays in Ireland because some loves you simply cannot let go below. First who brought me to this morning, who made me choose the daylight and the dew. But you are standing in the specific field at the specific angle, and I am done explaining it to who. I am the last of the shining ones above the surface, the last light that the old world left behind, and I am staying for the oldest of all reasons, because leaving you is something I cannot find. When they ask where all the old gods went to, tell them one of them is still above the ground, walking in the early morning fields of Ireland, in every shaft of light that has no source, in the quality the air is after rainfall, in the green that is too green for normal eyes. The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland, and where's the morning as her only disguise? The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland when all their kind went down into the deep. The last of the shining ones stayed in Ireland for a love that was too precious for the sleep. She has watched 1,000 mortal generations find their love and live their love and go. The last of the shining ones stays in Ireland because some loves you simply cannot let go below.